Let's talk about controversial influencers and their boring content. Today I'm going to talk about Channon Rose. This is the very first video and it might also be the last out of the series, but I thought it was fun to approach infuriating influencers and their infuriating content like this to give you a brief introduction and why these people are controversial, why the content they upload is critical, why the stuff they have done in the past was critical and is critical, and then we're going to end this on a high note by snarking on their boring content. So it's a snarky snooze fest, if you will. Does that make any sense? Probably not. Anyway, keep on watching, it will make sense. Today we're going to talk about Channon Rose, and I'm going to give you a short and sweet introduction who she is, and then we're going to take a look at the boring content that she currently uploads to her vlog channel. Hello, by the way, I'm Christina. I'm glad you're here. Welcome to the channel. I typically upload videos about anti-MLM, anti-scam content, and today we're going to talk about controversial influencers and their boring content. This video kind of combines the worst of both worlds. This is somebody who likes MLMs, network marketing companies, and is also a family vlogger depriving her children of any type of privacy because she does film their every move. I have spoken about Della vlogs before, and this is kind of an addition to that video. Although it's its own video, it's a very similar concept, but this person has a different background than the people who run the channel Della Vlogs. Channon Rose pretty much steps in every poo hole, poo pile, and then is surprised that people are mad at her, and she never understands that. She also doesn't seem to understand critical feedback. It is always a big surprise to her how mean people are online, while she's not really able to take accountability. Channon Rose has no problem to promote MLM products on her channel. Years ago, when she was living in California, either in Los Angeles or in Folsom, she was promoting one of the oily MLMs. It was either Young Living or doTERRA. I believe it was Young Living because she had a diffuser in the background of her kitchen and she was diffusing essential oils. Unfortunately, from network marketing companies, they're very predatory businesses. Most people who join have a lot of expenses, but they don't make a profit. Most people end up in debt, and she promotes this type of products. Now, she did that years ago, but she is still fine with it. She still does it to this very day. She recently was very much in favor, and still is, of the skincare products of Oliveda, which is available in the United States, where Channon lives, as the Olive Tree People, the North American MLM branch of the company. She is an Olive Tree People hun now. Allegedly, she's in it just for the discount. You don't have to recruit, but we will see. If she needs money in the future, maybe that's a route she will go as well. She either does not do her research about the predatory nature of network marketing companies, or she simply doesn't care.
This stuff is, you do like a dropper, like 2 or 3 times a day, and you can mix it with these. It's supposed to be really good for your skin, really good for internally. Okay, so you guys know that I ordered like a bunch of this stuff from this brand because they're supposed to be like all natural, 100% organic, bioactive. Like it's supposed to be very like potent good stuff. So you guys know I loved the anti-aging cream, and then I ended up getting like a kit of a bunch of stuff because like a bundle, because it's just cheaper that way. And I became a consultant, so I can get a discount, and you can do that too if you want. You don't have to like sell it to people. It's basically like just having an affiliate link. They have skincare too. They just have like a tinted moisturizer, I think, that just came out, but they're coming out with the makeup line. So I'll link everything down below. But like,
I believe that Channon Rose is considered a controversial influencer because of her past as an adult movie star with racist and anti-Semitic content, harming and killing animals, a criticism that follows her to this very day. She has always shrugged this off as old news and occasionally has a very emotional or a more emotional video on her social media when a brand deal or a sponsorship falls through, or she has to take a video down from one of the brands she worked together with because they requested for her to take the video down because viewers reached out to the brand and said, hey, do you even know who you were working here with? Do you have any understanding what this person did? Then she is very upset and she is sad. So there are complaints from people towards the brands that Channon is working with. And I personally don't care if she was a star in the adult industry. That is fine for her. It should be fine for others. If she was of age, she was aware of the potential dangers of the industry and the repercussions it can have to participate in this content, that is perfectly fine with me. Some people have issues with that. I don't think that in itself is a problem. But she does not acknowledge why people predominantly have a problem with her specifically, because some of her videos in the adult industry, they were racist, like throwing cotton balls at a black talent or having him on a leash. I will not show you the pictures, and I will also not show you the pictures of her performing while wearing a Nazi uniform. And she has Jewish family members. That must be very, very strange. The Dad Challenge podcast has spoken about her. I will link his channel down below. I don't know if the video is about Channon, and I remember that he had pictures in those videos. I will link it down below so you can take a look. I do not want to show these here. That is the reason that so many people had a problem and still have a problem with her past. In her videos, she also harmed a dog. She stepped on a dog and she killed a crab, stomping on it with her heels. Yet again, I will not show you these pictures because that is quite upsetting. She shrugged this off as acting, just like the racist stuff she did in the videos. But let's be real, it's not. If you work in adult movies, it's not about acting out the scenes, not these scenes connected to a story. You're not there to act out the story. You're there to act out the explicit scenes. That's the nature of adult movies. Adult content is there to arouse, it is there to stimulate, and it is not comparable to movies who have an actual storyline that deals with those heavy topics as well, with World War II or anti-Semitism or racism. In regular mainstream movies or in TV movies or series, there is a story, and that is the most important aspect of the movie. There's a message, there's character development, and you cannot compare that to somebody dressing up in a Nazi uniform, being racist towards a black talent because the script of the adult movie demands it. There's a difference between these things. Let's acknowledge this, please. Additionally, Channon built her YouTube channel years ago on story times from her time as a porn star. Also, she spoke about drug abuse and about her difficult childhood as a way to educate her audience and to the dangers on that, which I believe is not a bad approach. But she also does it in a more entertaining way rather than actually warning about the dangers. Maybe it is due to her giggly personality. She seems to be all over the place many times. But to me personally, these videos appear to be more to attract an audience to watch your videos rather than to educate on the dangers of what you did in the past. Because if you say, oh, well, this happened on set, oh, we had so much fun, it was a fun party with lots of drugs, but don't do drugs, but we had so much fun, then that is a very strange way to transport warnings about not taking drugs, about the maybe dark side of adult industry movie stars, and why you should or shouldn't join if that was her aim from the get-go. Now, YouTube, at some point, they changed how they marketed and advertised videos on the platform, and those story times about pornography, drugs, child abuse, they cannot be discussed and monetized anymore to the degree that she was able to do so years ago. Some of her videos, they're considered not appropriate and they were taken down by YouTube, but it is undeniable that these are the videos that did help her to build her YouTube career, and she now moved most of these to Patreon, where people pay for the content, and Patreon is more relaxed when it comes to these kind of story times. Additionally, in older videos, she was also regularly showing a lack of respect for homeless people, people with mental health struggles, and filmed dead people in a vlog, for example, together with Channel Mojo, and she obviously confused humans who needed help for content for her videos because she thought it was okay to pick up the camera and to film when a person who was confused approached her and her husband when her husband was more aware and actually called the authorities. But Channon regularly has that urge to pick up the camera, to focus on filming rather than helping those individuals. And that is what she received a lot of criticism for. While Channon moved most of her controversial content to Patreon to monetize it better, she currently still has 2 active channels, her main channel with almost 1 million subs and her vlog channel with 377k. They don't get a lot of views. She has not posted posted in a while on her main channel, but she does so regularly on the vlog channel, and the engagement there is not good. And even the clickbait titles, they don't seem to work anymore. She hardly gets 15,000 views on her videos. 15,000 views on a video would be huge, for example, for somebody with the size of a channel like myself. But if you have 377,000 followers or 1 million followers almost, for you to get that little views, it's a sign that the content is not that interesting to the audience despite the clickbaity titles. She herself also changes the story many times why her videos are not performing well. The monetization via YouTube, she says, is often not possible. Then she does not upload regularly. Then she says that she focuses on other business ventures like investing in property, like Airbnb. She also does social media coaching, which takes up a lot of her time. Then she changed her content massively. She had to stop those controversial story times because YouTube did not support her best performing content anymore, but then also because her life changed so drastically and she started to vlog her life and the life of her husband. She unfortunately did not stop there, as is typical, and she became what I would consider a family vlogger. Yay. And a homesteader, yeah. So she has very detailed videos on the birth stories of her children from the moment they were born, even before going through her IVF story. We know so much about these kids. They do not have any privacy. She, for example, has very detailed birth stories about the birth of her children on her channel. There is a lack of privacy from the second those kids were born. They are many times half naked in her videos, or just in underwear, or in swimsuits, sometimes covered with emojis. I do find it good, and I think she's done that recently to cover her children when they run around half naked. She lives in Tennessee in a hot climate for the most part, to not show her children like this, but sometimes she doesn't do that. There are predators online who love to watch these videos, and to expose the children is very, very harmful. In addition to this physical aspect, she also explains her children's medical history as special needs children, and her kids are on the spectrum as well as herself and her husband. She shows her children throwing tantrums regularly, screaming. She is filming into her children's mouth while she brushes their teeth. Yet again, there is a complete lack of privacy. Her children, at the moment when I film these videos, are about 3 and 6 years old. They cannot give informed consent because they do not understand the dangers of being online and the mental health implications this can have, and the lack of privacy as a result.
That's a selfish reason to want to homeschool your kids, and obviously that's not the only reason. I think a big reason, because we did put Snow in school because her psychiatrist originally had said that would be best for her, and so we always are going to put our kids our priority, and they're always going to come first to us. So I'm always going to put them first. So even though I didn't know if Snow would like school, we put her in and she hated it and she did not do well at all. And we put her in an art school when she was younger, and it was just the saddest thing. I would pick her up and she'd be sitting all alone by herself. All the other kids were sitting together playing at a table, and she would literally eat lunch alone. That was Snow. And it broke my mama heart, and I had a really hard time with that. I still, even after that, listened to the doctors and put her in preschool or kindergarten. It wasn't kindergarten, it was like a preschool, different ages or whatever. I put her in because that's what I thought was going to be best for her. And the first week she loved it, and then after that, I don't know what happened, but she hated it, absolutely hated it. And I think that I unknowingly traumatized her from putting her and making her and forcing her to go to school when she was clearly telling me she didn't want to go, and she started going to the bathroom in her pants again after she had been fully potty trained. I mean, throwing massive tantrums and meltdowns because she did not want to go to school. She was kicking and screaming. I've talked about this before, so.
Brush your teeth time.
Why are you filming everybody?
Because that's what we do for work, honey, and that's how you get paid.
That's how I get paid?
Yeah. You get paid every month for being on the vlogs. Anytime you don't want to be filmed anymore, you let me know, and then you don't have to be on camera. Okay, look at Mom. Good job. Good job, honey. You're doing really great.
No.
Do you need to swallow?
Uh-huh.
Okay, swallow.
Mommy, can you film everyone?
You're doing so good. Here, you want your car? Can you get him his car, Snow? Hey, are you getting a Spider-Man bike? Are you getting a Spider-Man bike for Christmas? I know, honey, I know. Almost done. We'll be really fast, okay? Really fast. Almost done. You're doing so good. It's gonna feel so good to have shiny, clean teeth. Do you need a swallow? You need a swallow? You're doing so good, honey. Hey, maybe next time we could put your headphones on. Will that be better?
Her 6-year-old daughter is mimicking her parents, specifically Channon, and is already performing in front of the camera, performing for the camera, and is repeating her mother's words for the camera. And Channon also has allowed her to upload at least one YouTube beauty video on her former beauty channel. She is actively promoting her daughter's new channel, her old makeup channel, at the age of 6, claiming that it is so cute and she wants to support her child, her 6-year-old, online with her own channel, with a comment section available for everybody to post the weirdest stuff. Imagine your most private moments as a child. You talk to your parents and they regularly show you on camera on YouTube. You consistently have somebody shoving a camera or a phone in your face because all of those cute moments, or when you're really mad, when you're really angry, they're great content on YouTube. She also aired out her family's grievances and her relationship problems with her husband for everybody to see, also for her children and for her children's friends. She also regularly had or has stalkers, according to herself. She homeschools her children, and part of the homeschooling is food education and gardening. I mean, I personally call that parenting in the free time, but okay. She freely films her home and her surrounding. I know her home. It is not hard to figure out where she lives. I know the front of her house. I know the side. I know the back. I know the layout of the house. I know where the children sleep. I know where she sleeps. If you allegedly have stalkers, why do you film yourself the complete lack of privacy? It is not hard to find her. She speaks about her neighbors. It is not hard to find her home either. And somebody could severely harm those children. Now, I do not wish that on her or on the children, of course, but if you allegedly regularly have stalkers, then you should be double and triple careful and not upload those details, especially when you are also claiming that your husband, who now has a full-time job again, finally, after he did nothing for the family and for you, as in making income, but he was working for her, he was filming for her, setting everything up, taking care of the kids, taking care of the home. Finally, now that he's able to contribute to the family income again, he's gone for days and sometimes overnight. So you're telling us all of these things while it is really easy to find out where you live when you allegedly have stalkers who wish harm on you and your children. I'm not encouraging anyone to go and figure out where she lives, but if you want to find out where she lives, there's a way to do so. I told you she steps into every poo pile available on the street and is always confused why people are angry at her and leave negative comments. Is that controversial and infuriating enough? I guess so. So let's watch the boring content of Channon Rose. I picked out one specifically boring video and her miraculous Amazon purchase. I will speed this baby up a bit and I will also blur out her children because of course they also have to pop up in each and every vlog of hers. So we will take a look at the amazing Amazon purchase.
All right, I am going to organize this little bookshelf out here. So I want to show you guys the before and here's the after. So this is one of the smaller ones. So you could use this for traveling or just organization literally anywhere. Like this is how you attach it. So you can also just like drill it into the wall, nail it into the wall, push pins, if depending on how heavy this stuff is that you're going to be organizing everything with, especially if you have ADHD or ADD and you forget that you have things. This is just such a game changer. So I'm going to show you a bunch of different ways that I use it, but I wanted to show you an example of a couple of the different ones that they have. Also, they say to throw these away, but there are so many useful ways to reuse these.
Yeah, I don't care. This is going to be a snarky snooze fest. Like I said, this is the video. The purpose of this vlog is to discuss these organizers from Amazon. She's going to use that for her shoes, but she also has a lot of other practical tips for these. Because these are organizers and you'd be surprised what you can put into these organizers. Also, this is her quality of filming. She films on her phone. I don't really see her filming with a camera, with an actual camera. Many times her audio is also really, really horrible. She has admitted that to herself when she says, when I'm filming in the bathroom, I heard one of my vlogs, I heard the audio on my TV and I thought, oh my Lord, I should pick up a microphone because it's so echoey, it's so hard to understand me. But she continues to film like this. And this is her full-time job. She is a full-time content creator on YouTube and Patreon and has other businesses that she was able to do because of the money that she made from YouTube and that she currently makes on Patreon. So at least show us what you're doing, not with this handheld shaky camera. And it's also nice if you can understand a person. If this is supposed to be your job, she should do a better job.
So just make sure you keep them, don't throw them away. You can actually use these for a lot of useful things. So I just throw them in a little reusable bag. Okay, so the one I got came in a 2-pack and I'll link everything down below in my Amazon storefront. And then always remember a little hack using Amazon. When you go onto the Amazon website and you click onto an item, before you add it to your cart, scroll down a little bit and then you'll see if they happen to have one that was returned, like an open box item or something like that, that got returned. And a lot of times they'll give you a discount if you buy a returned item. I mean, it used to be, this one right here is Second Life. They used to give you way better discounts. I've noticed now they're not the best, but for instance, like you can see this was a used one, or not used, but it says that you're giving it a second life, which means it was returned or something, but this is literally brand new. And I saved money on it. Like, look, this has never been used, hasn't even been opened. When you open it up, it might as well be brand new. And you save money, so definitely that's my little hack. So this is a bigger one, and you can see that this one is a clear one, and then this one has like a white backing, so it's just a personal preference really. Yeah, there are a lot of stuff can fit in here. We'll show you some examples of how I use mine. All right, first I'm going to set this one up and show you where I'm going to use this one, and we can do it together.
Yeah, because we need examples to show what you stuff into an organizer. The hypocrisy that she displays on her channel regularly is also that she does have a lot of technical items from big companies. She has a MacBook, for example. She has an iPhone. And she also regularly orders from Amazon. I don't have a problem with that, but if you claim that you're a crunchy mom, an oily mom, everything needs to be organic and there are toxins and everything, that is kind of the vibe that she's putting out. She and her husband are very, very careful, specifically her husband, about the food that he feeds himself. She is a lot more relaxed now when it comes to herself and her children, but when you want to portray this crunchy, organic, homestead lifestyle, then I always find it ironic that people critique products from the drugstore and also food from the supermarket. The furniture needs to be organic. They have chicken in a chicken coop now in their backyard, but then you regularly order from Amazon, which is contributing to the destruction of the planet, as well as Apple. They're doing that as well. I have a feeling we're cherry picking. In that case, I would prefer it if people online would stop trying to tell people what to do and not blame them for destroying the earth and destroying other people's lives when they themselves then cherry pick and regularly get stuff from Amazon and have obviously very, very technical equipment that is not good for the environment and that is not good for human beings as well. I just find that interesting. But let's take a look at the practical tips yet again from this freaking Amazon organizer. It's an Amazon organizer and we're getting tips on it.
So it's so easy. You just like attach these little hooks. These go over the door. You can use them in your pantry to store snacks. My sister actually got me onto doing this. My older sister is so creative. Chantel is like the queen of these. She travels with them. So like she has all of her kids like Monday's outfit, Tuesday's outfit, Wednesday's outfit. She also uses them at home for clothes. She uses them in the bathroom, on the back of the bathroom door for, you know, just bathroom products, beauty products, bows, hair ties, brushes, everything to organize everything. You can use it in the, like on the back of the laundry room door, which is what I'm going to be using one of these for. And then the other one I'm going to use for traveling. But yeah, this is going to go on the back of this laundry room door.
Okay, I think we get it. You can hang them at doors, pantries, and put stuff in them.
But yeah, this is going to go on the back of this laundry room door, and I'm going to be putting a bunch of stuff that we use regularly on there to kind of organize everything, like extra storage stuff. I keep one for traveling, and then I'm also going to keep one for like all of our medications and like kind of like medical stuff on the back of this door. So I use this for like all my camera equipment storage, and it's a mess. I'm going to get a lock for this door so that I can be able to store all of like our Tylenol and the kids, like mainly the kids Tylenol, nothing like adult stuff. A lot of the kids Tylenol and just like sunscreens and just different things I don't want the kids to be able to access, and then be able to lock that. That way I can have everything organized here. And then we're really lucky that we have tons of closets in this house. So there's another little storage area here. So I can put one back here for storing a bunch of different stuff. And then we also have the back of this bathroom door, so we can store one here.
Yep, that is what this vlog is about. Was I lying when I said it's going to be a snooze fest? Snarky snooze fest of all. You can hang those freaking organizers from the backs of doors to storage things there. She's going to walk us through her house, hopefully not every single door, where you can hang those things and then stuffing with stuff. Stuffing with things. That is what her content is about. No wonder she doesn't get a lot of views, because this is boring.
And then we each have a walk-in closet, so I can again put one on the back of that door. He can put one on the back of his walk-in closet. And oh my goodness, you guys, I actually have to show you this because it's kind of crazy. So then again, there's so much room for storage when you think about it and get creative. And you can even, if you wanted to, use the other side of the door also. Like if you're short on space, you can use the front and the back side if you were to get like a 2-pack. So here, this is going to be our canning closet. So we have a coat closet, a canning closet. You can see here, oh my gosh, did they really go through all of the jam already? Just finished being summer, that's crazy. Anyway, you can see here, I was going to have a bunch of storage there. And then if we come over here, again, the back of the bathroom door for the kids, so we can put all of their hair ties, bows, you know, organize all
She's
the stuff.
walking us through her home. She's really showing us every door.
To kind of
Wow.
organize stuff. Again, we have that same
Didn't
kind of system
expect
there
that.
with the little bins. Just makes it easy for the kids to be able to get their clothes. But she also has a toy closet. The amount of closets in this house, I'm telling you guys, it's unreal. So this is our toy closet.
We
But again,
get
like, we
it.
can do
You have a lot of
another area
closets.
where everything's clear and organized, and they can get into being able to just see more of like what they have instead of it all kind of getting thrown on the floor. And so I plan to have those shoe organizers everywhere, just because it helps me organize and see everything. So again, be on the back of the door. And then in Storm's closet, he's got a bin, but we use, you know, so like all of his underwear, all of his socks are here. And then it just makes it easier to see everything. So things that they don't use as often, like
Her children, she's referring to them. Her children are called Snow and Storm. Her older child, 6-year-old, her name is Snow, and her younger son's name is Storm. She called her children Snowstorm, and that's not me shitting on the children. That is me making fun of Channon and her husband, calling their children Snowstorm. Please give your children names they can comfortably live with, and not so performative names that represent more of the parents than the kids. She called her children Snowstorm.
their winter gloves, or, you know, this is like a fancy like outfit, you know, we would put more at the top. And then, yeah, that's kind of how we use that. And but just remember, like, get creative. There's so many different ways. So for instance, I'll give you
I don't
another
need to
example
see
of
your
how you could
children's
use the shoe
underwear.
organizers. If you had
Another
like, a
example
bunch
of
markers
what
or
not to do
crayons,
online.
you know, you can organize using that, you know, just like all your craft stuff. If you have sewing stuff, you can use them to organize all your sewing stuff. And I like it because you can see everything. Same with like if you had fabric, or you can even use them to organize your gardening seeds. It's a great way to just be able to see everything. And again, you don't have to hang it. For instance, like if you were going to use it to organize all of your seeds, you can fold it up and put it, you know, in your closet somewhere, and then just take it down and open it up when you want to use it to be able to see everything. It just makes it so much easier to see what you have. Again, like be able to organize fabric and craft supplies, things like that. And then in the kitchen, you can use it to, well, I'm all out of them now, but like all my little electrolyte packets, you can put all your electrolyte packets, you can put your vitamins in them to kind of keep track of everything. Yeah, like if you prefer to not have your things in drawers, or you don't have a lot of drawer space, you can take like, you know, Ziploc bags and put them in there and get rid of the boxes, and just have the bags to be able to store all of that. You can, you know, store kitchen supplies, this kind of stuff, you know, like reusable cupcake liners, or just cupcake liners, or even like baking supplies like this, you know, to be able to just see everything easily. You can even, you know, for your KitchenAid mixer, you can put everything in that if you had like a pantry that you wanted to use, or if your canning, you know, you can put all of your canning supplies and your lids all in. Same with spices.
She is walking us through her house and she's really showing us all of the different things you could stuff into this organizer, like the kids' toys or medicine or kitchen items or seeds for your gardening or this or that. Are we not able to see that ourselves? It's an organizer and you put stuff in it. You put shit in it. That's it. This is not worth a, what was it, 15, 20-minute long video? It didn't get a lot of views. Surprise, but yeah. That's Channon Rose content.
I don't know about you. I mean, this is a great way to be able to see all the spices you have. Some people use, you know, those little, they look like little stacked stairs for your cabinet to be able to put your spices on. And I've had them in the past, but it still blocks like a lot of what you're able to see. So I like it like this. But again, you can also use, if you don't have drawer space, you could use those shoe organizers for that. So there's just so many different ways you can store all of your, you know, washcloths or hand towels. Options are endless. I think you get the idea of like the million ways to use them. I love them. I swear by them. And I just think it's saves me so much money because I don't accidentally buy things that I already have and just didn't know because I didn't see them. I am going to show you an example of just kind of a unique way to use it for, you know, just like special interest stuff. So here's an example of how we have been storing the medicines for the kids. And unfortunately, they've gotten colds a lot recently and just gotten sick recently. And it's so hard for me to just kind of see everything I have. So right now, this storage system is just not working for me. And again, everybody's different. What works for different people, you just kind of find out what works for you and doesn't. But for me, I think it's going to be so much better and easier and way more important to access important things like this. If you do not have this, you need to stop what you're doing and pause this video and go buy it right now. Not sponsored, but choking
that is a
one
lot
of
of medicine.
God forbid you
for a crunchy family.
Kids
lot
choking
of
by the
medicine.
time you call the ambulance and they get to your house. Unfortunately, it will be too late if you do not get that out of where it's not supposed to be. And so this is literally a lifesaver, and I want to be able to access it easily. And when I'm panicking, and this is such a mess, all of this needs to be organized. So I think like all of these things are the things that I'm probably going to put on the back of the laundry room door right here, and you know that way I can see all of our extras. So all of our shampoos and conditioners of, you know, extra things we have, all of our sunscreens, our extra toothpaste. This is what I mean.
I don't even see much with that camera.
So if you don't have really bad ADHD, you might not need this method, but for me, it doesn't exist if I don't see it. So I don't know if anyone else is like that, but it's just also a nicer way to be able to see everything and kind of display it. So yeah, I'm going to organize all of this at like a different time, but at least for, actually I might have space to organize this in where I'm going to show you right now. But anyway, this is the adult, you know, version that goes around the adult's mouth. And then this is the kids version. I already have it set up.
Okay, we get it.
All this with myself.
Fill up the one
you need
storage
this. Have one in your car, you
thingy.
should have one at your house. And I just think you'd rather be safe than sorry, right? So this to me, I want to know where this is. In fact, I probably don't even think I'm going to put this in a locked place. Probably will just put this probably here, but I'm going to move all the other stuff out so that I literally have very easy access to it and I can see it and grab it quickly. The next organizing thing I need to do is all of this because it is all a disaster. Not enough time in the day to get all this done. So as you
The content, of course, is sped up, but it makes me so nervous when somebody's just nonsensically walking through their home with this shaky camera and doesn't get to the point.
let's just go.
She doesn't ever get to the point. There are also videos where her children are outside alone, 3 and 6 years old, playing somewhere in the woods, Tennessee, and she's still indoors because she is busy doing stuff. She's busy talking to the camera, then she had other points, and then suddenly she's worried, oh my god, what happens to my children? And then she's running out and yelling at her children because they were not supposed to step into the woods while she was inside 10-15 minutes, although she said, I'm coming out.
Hi.
Cookie block. Cookies.
Wow. Sweetie, make sure when you guys ring the doorbell, you only need to ring it one time, okay?
Mom,
Yeah.
I'm not coming.
No, honey, I was. It just sometimes it takes me a little bit longer to get to the door, okay?
Mom.
I might be going to the potty or something. But always only ring the doorbell one time, okay? That's the right way to do it. If you ring it a bunch of times, it really makes people upset and sad and angry, kind of, because it's kind of annoying to hear it like over and over and over. No, it's definitely not funny. Do you guys have fun?
Yeah.
I love the way that you guys decorated all your pumpkins.
She's showing so much of the surrounding where she lives. It's incredible. Don't do that if you are on social media and you want
Can I
privacy.
see them? They said that
Oh,
they had dairy.
filling up the storage units, finally, with medicine. The door, by the way, doesn't have a lock yet, so the kids can easily get in there. Also, Ricola, there's a
less space, and I can see everything. I was able
bonbons.
to make it aesthetically.
That's
pleasing
not
just for my
medicine,
home,
that's
to be able to
sugar.
Have it kind of color coordinated, and also see what extras I have. All right, so now because I have so much extra space, you will be amazed at how much extra space you get from using these. I'm going to go ahead and start filling the bottom with all the other things. I
like to put my hand in there and open it up when it's new.
Wow, that's a heck of a lifetime.
Everything
Put your
together
hand in
easier.
there so it's easier if they're new to put stuff into the organizers. Huh. I would have never thought of that.
Okay, so there is one example of how you can use it and store everything. And again, look at how much this saves space. And also you can literally see everything. And it's so organized and it just looks so much better. Another reason I just love these shoe organizers to organize all my stuff. I will probably end up moving this once I get around to purchasing some more of these so that I can organize all of this stuff. Because as you can see, it's fine. Like it's, you know, I can see everything, but it's still not the way that I want it to be. I just think it could be better. And I think it could be more helpful for me if I had all my camera stuff organized here, all my SD cards. You can see like just this little like loom light or whatever would be so perfect to be able to store and see everything in here. And then same with these things, all my hard drives. So if you're like a photographer or a videographer, editor or something, this would be so smart to be able to, you know, store all your stuff in there, all your hard drives, your little SD cards, all your little remotes, wireless remotes, chargers, lenses, drones, all the things. So just a great way to organize all the things. Or if you're a couponer and you have a ton of stuff, you can also use it for those. Maybe if you have bigger things, you can just get like heavier duty shoe organizers, but these are relatively inexpensive. So just wanted to share that with you. Again, make sure to lock anything that has medication that children can get to. So I'm going to my mom's house to spend the night, and I wanted to show you guys, I used to throw everything in like canvas bag, like this one right here. And then I went from so annoying, I don't
All right, I think you get the gist. I will just continue to show you the video on the side. It is sped up. She's just going to fill up more of those storage units, and she talks a lot while doing that. And finally, the camera's on a tripod. Well, that's good. At least we see a little bit more. I had to turn off the audio. I forgot that. Apologies. So yeah, really, she's just going to do exactly what you see now. She's going to put stuff into the organizers for her home so that she can hang it on the back of doors, and then also one for traveling purposes. And that is an entire video. If you don't see this from an ASMR perspective, that is why her channel doesn't get a lot of views, because the spicy content is on her Patreon, where she also regularly airs out her medical health story. That is her prerogative if she wants to do it, but also her children, what kind of medication they take, what their mental issues are, and those children are 3 and 6 years old. This was a quick rundown of Channon Rose and why she is considered controversial and is being regarded very critically online, because she herself is not able to take accountability. She doesn't acknowledge criticism. People are haters, people are trolls, and she doesn't understand why people are upset with her. A lot of people are not upset with Channon because she worked as an adult movie star, as an adult star in the past. I personally don't see anything wrong with that, but for her to participate in anti-Semitic and in racist content, to stimulate other people, is a different kind of quality. For her hurting and killing animals for those videos, that is yet again another story, and she's never able to own up to that. In addition to that, she also very freely spoke about those kind of topics to build her career on YouTube, then had to move all of that to Patreon because YouTube didn't allow her to monetize the content. Another reason why people are upset with her. And unfortunately, she now goes the route of being a family vlogger, and she is airing out her children's grievances. She's showing them half naked on social media. Privacy for her children is non-existent. Their medical history, their mental health struggles, they're available for people to see online. That is why Channon Rose gets criticism, and she doesn't ever acknowledge this. So this was a Snarky Snooze Fest. I hope you did like it. If this is something that is of interest to you, and if I like the videos as well, I might turn this into a series. I'm really just testing this out at this moment. If this is something that works, Snoozy Snarky Fest on controversial people online, to give a short rundown and then also an example of their current boring content. Let me know what you think about this video. Is this something that's interesting? Is this something that you want to watch in a series? If not, then just let me know that as well. But I thought it was worth a shot. And Channon Rose, to this very day, still does this shit. And in addition to that, she's also embracing MLMs, and I'm not okay with that. So I will not buy from Oliveda ever, because they're available here in Germany where I live as a non-MLM company. But yeah, let's not do that. If you like these videos, then please subscribe. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you would like to let me know something, feel free to do that in the comment section down below. Share the video, that helps the channel out a lot. And if you like these types of videos, then hopefully I will see you in my next one. Until then, cheers!